Welcome back to our March edition of What's Up Stratford. Joining me is John Wilkinson, the chair of the Huron Perth Healthcare Alliance. John, thanks very much for joining me.
Well, thanks for inviting me on, Peter.
So, most people really don't know what the position of the board is. What does it do in relation to the hospital and hospitals that it oversees?
Well, the role of the hospital board is to hold management to account. So we have a large organization, over 1,200 people, $200 million budget looking after our four sites, Stratford, Clinton, Seaforth, and St. Mary's. And so that's all run by professionals. And in Ontario, every hospital has a volunteer community board that oversees the hospital, the management of the hospital. And that's our role under the Public Health Act. Of course, what we did 21 years ago is four hospitals came together as an alliance. So we have one management, one set of union contracts, one set of medical staff. And so we operate as one hospital with four sites. But we have also one board for all four hospitals. We effectively run as one. And then last year, actually, we formally, legally amalgamated into one hospital.
But with different names.
That's right. Well, but the important thing is that we were very smart 21 years ago, is we kept our four foundations, they're separate. So the Clinton Public Hospital Foundation just raises money for our Clinton site. Same thing in St. Mary's, in Seaforth, and in Stratford. So people, if they want to donate, they generally want to donate to the hospital where they know if they're ill, when they need care, where they go. And that's what drives a lot of donations, of course, because people are just so supportive of the hospital for being there for them and their families when they need it. And so it's great that we've been able to keep the foundations as four independent organizations. So people always know that if they donate to what they consider to be their local hospital site, that's where the money goes.
John, so legally speaking, then the hospital board for all four hospitals is one legal entity, and then there are four separate legal entities that have their own board of directors?
No, that's not the way it used to be. It used to be four separate hospitals with four separate boards. 21 years ago, we became four separate hospitals that had one common board, one common CEO, one common set of management, one common set of union contracts, for example. So effectively, we ran as one hospital, but legally we were still four. And then what happened last year is we actually amalgamated so that legally we're just one hospital, of course, with four wonderful sites.
Now, the great news that you announced back in January, working with the foundation board, is the new cancer care, which I understand is world class. So tell us about this exciting project as well that has come to fruition.
Well, about 30 years ago, when you needed to have cancer treatment, radiation or chemo, particularly chemo, you had to drive to London. And so at our Stratford site, we were able to create kind of a satellite site for London Health Sciences so that people in Stratford and area, people in Huron and Perth counties, if they needed to have chemo treatment, didn't have to drive to London every day, for 3 or 4 weeks to get chemo. But that site is wonderful. We had great people working there, but it really needed to be modernized. And so the hospital said to the foundation, we need a brand new pharmacy and we need a brand new cancer care clinic. Could you get behind that? Because it's the community that raises the money for that, not the government. The government pays us to operate it, but the cost of having one is borne by the community, all the equipment and all the renovations. And the foundation, launched their campaign a number of years ago. And that was really been the hallmark of that campaign, the Heart and Soul campaign, to raise $30 million so we'd have a state-of-the-art pharmacy and a state-of-the-art chemo unit.
Well, John, thank you for your leadership, and it's amazing to see this state-of-the-art facility here in Stratford. Thank you. Coming up is Michael Bannerman.